Are you suing the defendant for money or how much money are you suing them for?
Yes, the background is yes, we were suing for money. Um, the Miss Ozan is our landlord. We rented a property from her for approximately 7 months from January 7th, 2024 to August 9th, 2024. Um, she withheld $1,000 from our security deposit, which we believe was in bad faith because because she returned the security deposit after the 30-day deadline and because she withheld items that were under wear and tear, not damages. So is that
How
what you're
much
looking at?
money?
$1,000 from our security deposit.
Are you alleging bad faith because it was more than 30 days?
Correct. Both because of the 30-day limit and because we have pictures to show you because we believe that everything that she alleges was damaged was just normal wear and tear.
All right. Mr. Hall, would you like to make an opening statement now or at the conclusion of the plaintiff's case?
I'll just make a brief opening statement. This is a residential lease. It's a corporate lease. It's a property that's fully furnished and all bills paid. The term, the defendant had the plaintiff had the term correct. The lease ended on August 9th, 2024. $2,000 deposit. Ms. Ozan on September 2nd sent what's been marked as Exhibit B to the plaintiff's the defendant's original answer and counterclaim, a detailed list of why she was withholding $1,000 from the $2,000 deposit, and subsequent to sending this letter, once she was sued by the plaintiff, she's found an additional $1,277 of damage. She's seeking that in a counterclaim. So in total, Ms. Ozan is seeking, in addition, she's seeking attorney's fees, both as allowed by the Civil Practices and Remedies Code and the lease itself.
All right, so extra money for damages and the counter plus fees.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Lewis, why don't you lead me through the timeline for things? So you said that the lease began in January and it came to a conclusion in August of 2024?
That's right, Your Honor.
All right. Did the lease require that you give a move out notice or how did that come? Did y'all terminate? Did she terminate?
The lease ended. It was a short-term lease. It ended. There was no the termination was in the lease agreement.
Okay. And when did you vacate or move out?
Yes, so we vacated on August 9th. We then provided our forwarding address as required on August 9th after we vacated.
How?
Then we sent her a text, and the screenshot of the text is in our Exhibit B on slide number 4.
Is that the only way you notified the landlord of your address?
That's correct.
Does the lease allow for text message?
The lease did not specify, and she liked the text message in receipt of the text message. She responded with a thumbs up.
You're telling me that you looked in the lease and the lease says nothing about how to communicate your move out notice or your address to the landlord.
As far as I'm aware, Your Honor, I think it was just required that we notify her.
All right. All right, so you sent her a text message, you said, here's my address. She thumbed it up.
That's right.
What happened after that?
So then, as I understand, there's a 30-day clock that begins once we notify her of our address, and then that would mean the deadline for her to return our security deposit would be September 8th. And then if you look at the letter that she returned her security deposit in.
When did you get that, Mr. Lewis? That's what I want to get to. So you
Yes.
moved out, you gave her an address. When did you hear from the landlord next?
On the 11th. Well, yes, exactly. September
Of what
11th.
month, Mr. Lewis?
Sorry, can you say that again, Your Honor?
You said the 11th of what month?
September 2024, Your Honor.
Okay, so you moved out August 9th, and on September 11th, you heard from the landlord for the first time.
I believe that is when we received our security deposit back in the form of USPS mail, Your Honor. Our check and for half of the security deposit, and then an itemized list in the mail for
All
the
right, so you got
deductions.
back, how much did the deposit, how much had you paid as the deposit? Was it $2,000?
That's correct, Your Honor.
And how much did the landlord return to you?
Half of it, so $1,000.
And then she sent you it, she provided an itemization?
That's right.
Were there any items on the itemization that you agree with?
No, Your Honor.
After you got that?
We wrote her to say that we didn't agree with. We wrote her to say that we didn't agree with her deductions and asked her to return the additional $1,000. And we decided to give her 10 days to return the rest of the security deposit, and she declined.
All right. When you moved out, real quick, Mr. Lewis, was this a residential lease or a commercial property?
I'm not sure, Your Honor. I think
Let me ask you this, were you renting it to live in it, like bathe and take a bath and keep your clothes and shower, or are you
correct.
running a business out of it?
We were living in it.
So it's a residential lease. All right. When you moved in January, did you complete an inventory or condition form?
No,
Did you take any photos at the time you moved in?
no.
Are any of the things that the landlord charged you for things that you say pre-existed or were there when you arrived?
I would say it's mostly that she claims that we caused damage, and then we took pictures when we moved out, and then we believe that the pictures show no damage. It's not as much as there was existing damage. Does that
All
make
right.
sense?
What I'm asking is, when you moved in, some people say to me, Judge, when I got there, there was already a hole in the wall.
I understand.
Or is what you're saying to me that when you took possession, the property was fine and as is?
I believe that is correct.
All right. So the things that she's charging you for are not damages. You believe they're ordinary wear and tear, and she's excessively charging you for them. Or
Agreed.
incorrect.
Yeah. Yes. I would say that is correct.
All right. But there were no problems at the move-in. Okay. Over the course of the lease, were there any repairs that arose or any situations like did a water leak happen? Did a fire break out?
Nothing major, and nothing related to the security deposit. I believe, just like our drying machine, our dryer stopped working, but that was not something that was claimed in the deductions.
Okay.
Except for, yes, during the duration of the lease, our landlord wrote us, we placed something on a outdoor table, and she wrote us that she was concerned we would damage the table. So we removed the items from the table. We took photographs of the table in its entirety after we removed the items. And that's the one image in our documentation that was taken in the middle of the lease and instead of during the move out. That's noted on slide 12, that outdoor table.
All right. Did you damage the table, sir?
I don't believe so.
All right. Were you charged for that table at the move out?
Correct.
All right. When you moved out, did you do a walkthrough with the landlord or anyone on their behalf?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Did you take any photos or videos on your own shortly
Yes.
prior to moving out or on the day of?
Correct.
Which one? Movies, video, or both? I mean, photos, video, or both?
Both, but we just took, there's no videos to present to you, just photos.
All right, but you took photos, and were the photos taken the day you moved out or sometime before that?
All of the photos were taken the day we moved out, except for the photos on slide 12 of the table.
Okay. Are those photos something that you can share, or did you already submit those to the court?
I already submitted them to the court.
Let's
I
take
know
a
it would
look.
be happy. That's good. Okay.
Let's take a look.
So above would be a quote from the deduction from the landlord, and below would be a photo that we took on the day moving out.
All right, let me share with you what we received from you in advance. So this is a copy of a lease. Is this the lease that you signed?
That's right. This looks correct.
Is the lease that you signed? All right. Mr. Hole, any objection to this being a copy of the lease between the parties?
No, that
This would be 18 pages.
18 pages corrected. Exhibit A to the defendant's original answer. So you paid $2,000, gonna make you a standard 300 that doesn't come back, $2,000?
That's right.
Here's everything straight from the property code about getting your money back. All right. And then extension of the lease. Did y'all extend the lease
Yes.
from April to August? So originally it was just a shorter lease.
Right.
And they submitted that. Yeah.
Your Honor, there's a portion of the lease that's missing. There's a 2-page addendum. It's attached as Exhibit A to the defendant's original answer.
It's actually,
Okay, what's the addendum for, Mr. Holt?
It's a corporate rental. It has additional. It's actually
3 pages.
3 pages. Yeah.
Does it have any provisions that concern the security deposit?
Yes, it does, Your Honor.
All
Yeah,
right.
paragraph 4.
Let's take a look then. All right, I'm going to share my screen now. This is what defendant marked as the lease. This one is 22 pages, although the first one is. But let's just compare them, right? Here's going back. Here's the first one, January through May. January through May. This one's black and white, whereas this one was in color. So,
Yeah, I've got the scan money.
all right, we're going to go through. So that these are moving in order, and then we get to that addendum for lead-based paint,
Yes, at the very end, Your Honor.
right? Here's the addendum for lead-based paint. And then their final page is information about brokerage. And your next page is information about brokerage. And then Welcome to
that's-
Sunny Sexton
That's what I'm
Corporate.
talking about, Your Honor.
Mr. Lewis, do you recognize this addendum? Welcome to Sunny Sexton Corporate Rental.
Sorry, Your Honor, I'm just reading through it.
I have it, DocuSign.
I have a DocuSign version of it. It's, I can get that to the court as their initials at the bottom.
And not necessarily just yet, Mr. Hall, but Mr. Lewis, Ms. Buchwald, do you recall this was the addendum that went with the lease?
Um, I don't exactly recall this, but I would have
Oh,
to
why
check.
don't you go ahead and produce force things? I want to make clear, if Mr. Lewis and Ms. Buchwald signed this and forgot it, and you've got proof, go ahead and clear that up, right?
But give me do you have that
Yeah, I have.
in PDF if you could throw it in
Yes.
there?
All right, I'll take a look at this while you're pulling that information up, but this would be, important to see what's in it. Okay,
I think I did submit it to the court earlier.
front key is a doorless, keyless entry enters combo. Smoking in the house is forbidden. Cool. No pets. Reversion, security deposit. I agree that my security deposit will be deducted for any actual damage. If no damage is done beyond that. I think this is a double negative.
I did submit it.
I understand what you're trying to say here, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
No damage, then you shouldn't be taking their money. It's if they do cause damage beyond ordinary wear and tear, but we'll
Right.
move along. And no charges are incurred due to contraband. Okay. City of Lincoln laws for no damage to towels. Did they provide towels?
do you provide towels?
yes,
Yes, everything,
fully finished.
fully furnished.
Okay.
Dishes, everything.
I mean, this is not adding into things. This is literally a
Correct.
statement of what the property code says about security deposits anyway. Okay.
Right, well, the very last on the last page, it's the fifth page, if you, one more, scroll down one more. There is a little bit of, keep going past that, it's liability.
I'm looking at what's in here. Falsified reservations, written exceptions, no alterations, don't change the furniture. Parking, right of entry, lawn maintenance. Please do not submit permanent or temporary change of addresses. I mean, good luck with
There's
that.
one more page, there's that one right there.
Liability waiver. The undersigned guest and all guests hereby agree to hold the property owner and rental company harmless. There's cause of action from injury to person to property. Sure. Further agrees that the owner and rental company shall not be liable for personal injury. Sure. Damage to the property during the period will be added to the charge for the rental property and a detailed statement of the undersigned wants the ownership of right, procedure. All right. I didn't do much. You're
Yeah, it
still
doesn't.
property
I
code.
just wanted to make sure we had a
I
complete
appreciate it.
copy.
Completion purposes. Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Lewis, let's take a look at your photos because that's what I wanted to see. These are the photos that we're taking at move out, right? Mr. Lewis, this is the photo. Is this the photo of the table?
This is the photo of the indoor table, separate damages than the outdoor table.
Okay. So
Alleged damages, Your Honor.
are these photos taken at move out?
That's correct. Some of the photos were a video that we had to pause and then take screenshots of.
Okay. Are these the only photos you took, Mr. Lewis? This picture, this picture, this picture.
There's additional photos, but of things that were not claimed in the
Yeah,
deductions.
it's only important if you got charged for them, right? If you
Correct. So
something that's
those are,
clean, then not report. Okay, let's take a look at the itemization that was provided to you. Mr. Lewis, did you provide a copy of the itemization that you got from the landlord of the court?
no, but I did not provide that.
Let's take a minute. Mr. Hall, is it part of your exhibits by any chance?
Yes, it's exhibit B to the original answer and counterclaim of the defendant.
Let's take a look. Well, no, that's, it might have been an exhibit. Let's say, look, I'm in
Yeah,
doc,
it's exhibit B.
part of the lease. Well, no, that's the lease. That's not gonna be the itemization. Itemization, here it is, 5 pages. Okay. Oh. All right, I'm gonna share my screen, Mr. Lewis, and we'll see if you recognize this document. This was submitted by Mr. Hull as a defendant's exhibit, and it says it's 5 pages, so I'm just gonna quickly page through these. I see that the first 3 are a form, and the last page appears to be something written. So I'll just ask you, Mr. Lewis, do you recognize these 5 pages? Or are
Yes,
these
Judge.
4 pages? Is this of the itemization that you received from the landlord?
That's correct.
Okay, and was this last page, was that included too?
Yes, it was.
All right, let's just take a look then. All right, so standard form. Damage to the dining table, the wood desk by the window, along with the rattan leather stool and the outside reclaimed wood patio table, $1,000. That's it. All right, that makes it nice and simple, right? Let's see. All right, I'm gonna write this down nice and simple. Furnished to the dining table. All right, dining table. Mr. Lewis, was there more than one dining table in the household?
I don't believe so. I think it was just talking about the one
Just the
dining.
one.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Wood desk by the window. Mr. Lewis, are you familiar? Were you able to identify the wood desk by the window? Were there more than one?
Yeah. I think I have correctly identified the wood desk by the window.
All right. How about the rattan leather stool? Do you know what that's referring to?
Yes, I believe I photographed the rattan leather stool.
All right. And then the outside reclaimed wood patio table.
Yes, I'm aware of the outside reclaimed patio table.
All right. These are the 4 items, and they're just jointly 2,000 together. Now let's see, I see it says see attached addendum, so maybe this breaks it down. Furniture damage to the dining table, wood desk by the window, the rattan leather stool. Water damage and deep scrapes were done to the dining table due to placing potted plants by the window and apparently watering them but not being careful. I would just say that any historical information is useless, right? If they kept it messy, they kept it messy. It only matters how they return it. And I mean, people, that's just reality, right? Okay, outside claim wood patio table was severely damaged. A hard, heavy 150-pound metal tent was placed on it. Became weak and wobbly. The butterfly, dragonfly, and frog and liver damage. The one that was severely damaged was the butterfly. I didn't see any photos of it being trashed or cluttered at move out. Right, and that's the only thing that's relevant to the security deposit. If they kept it trashed and cluttered while she was, checking on it, that's not a part of the terms and conditions. They can live as they like, so long as when they leave it, then we deal with it. So I'm not concerned about how they lived, how their lifestyle was. Same thing with the AC, right? I've had people complain the opposite way, that they didn't keep it cold enough, and as a result, it was too humid. So that is not at all real important here. Dining
Well,
table.
I will say, Your Honor,
Table and total damage.
I will say, Your Honor, with respect to the coolness, though it's not detailed in here, the lease does provide all bills paid with an upper limit. The tenants, in this case, the plaintiffs, were responsible for utilities above a certain point. So
right.
To some degree, that has a little bit of a bearing on.
It's not one of the things that we're charged for in the itemization.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, so we got $600 for the dining table, $200 for the stool, patio table was 200. So I guess I'm confused. Is the dining table and the wood desk by the window all the same thing?
No.
Because it's marked as 4 different things here, right? But then in the explanation, it's kind of all in one, and then there's no
Yeah, I'll let
The
Miss,
desk and the rattan together, is that what I'm misconfusing here?
let me let Miss Ozan speak to that. She can speak to that. Go ahead. Okay. Let me put mine on mute because we'll get reverb.
Well, it appears there's really 3 charges, not 4, right? So the desk and the stool together is 200, the dining table is 6, and the outdoor table was 2. All right, Mr. Lewis, did you take any photos of the dining table?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that the dining table?
That is one of the 2 photos, I believe, of the dining table.
All right. This the dining table?
That's correct.
Mr. Lewis, when was this photo taken?
This photo was taken the same day of move out, I believe within an hour of us exiting the property for the final time.
Mr. Hull, any objection to this being an accurate photo of the dining room table? Mr. Hull, you're on mute.
Yeah, I know. I know. I had got my button. Miss Ozan has submitted pictures of the dining room table. I would submit that hers are the accurate pictures. I need to speak to.
Here's what I'm gonna get. Is this the dining room table in the house? Because sometimes people are like,
Yes.
that's not
Wrong.
possibly the table at all, Judge.
That's
You're
the table.
wrong
That's
one.
the
Like,
table.
That's the table that's in dispute, right? Cool.
One of the tables.
Oh, but that's the dining room table
Yes.
inside. The other one's a patio table outside. So in terms of the table inside, this is the inside table. Okay, all right. And then is this the desk by the window with the rattan leather thing? And actually,
No.
is this the desk, Mr. Lewis? Is this the desk by the window as you believed it to be?
I believe that is the desk by the window,
All
and
right.
the rattan is beneath the desk by the window.
So what is the picture to the right of the zebra thing?
That's just another desk. That's just 2 desks.
Mr. Lewis? What
Yes,
is the photo of? Is this something you thought was a part of the itemization, or is this just another photo that you took?
I believe it was a part of the letter, but not a part of the itemization.
Okay,
I just wanted to include it to be safe. I wasn't sure in case this was the wrong desk.
all right. Mr. Lewis, this is the desk by the window, though.
That's correct. As far as I'm
You
aware.
believe the rattan stool is the one below it?
I think leather makes me think that it's the one below it.
Is this
Those
the
are my,
same-
yeah,
the
those
same
are
thing?
the best pictures I was able to produce of the leather stool.
Mr. Lewis, was this table in substantially the same condition when you arrived?
Yes, I believe so.
Did you cause any damage to the table?
No, Your Honor.
Did you cause any damage to the lamp?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Is this the table outside that you believe is the patio table outside that you're charged for?
Yes, this is the outdoor table.
All right. Are these the only photos you took of it?
Yes.
All right. When were these photos taken? This particular set of 4 photos?
I'm sorry that I don't have the exact date, but
Here's a
it was
question. Were they taken at move out or were they taken after she told you to move the tent?
after she told us to move the tent.
So this is before you moved out.
That's correct.
Okay. All right. Mr. Hall, any objection to these being, I understand that they're not the same photos, but that this is a photo of the table that was outside the house?
That's correct. Yeah, I've confirmed that with my client. That's
Okay.
one of the tables she has a problem with.
All right. And then same thing, that's a photo of, well, not that one. This is a photo of the desk by the window?
Is that the
is
desk by the
desk
window that you
within-
were complaining of?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Okay.
the one on the left.
the one on the left, yes.
This one? Yeah,
Yes,
not the zebra, not
yes.
the zebra one over here with the book on it, but this one right
No.
here with the little lampshade on it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. All right, Mr. Lewis, is there anything further you'd like to share or any other information you want to present?
Just on the counterclaim,
Well, we're not there yet, Mr. Lewis.
Not there yet?
The
Okay.
whole gets to start that. So I'm just saying on your claim suing for the return of your deposit. Anything else that you want to share? Any information you need let me see? 'Cause
I
seen-
bel- Understood. I believe that's all I have to share.
Mr. Lewis, I've seen the lease, I've seen the itemization, and I've reviewed your photos. Is there any other evidence that you want me to look at to prove your side of the story?
No, Your Honor. Thank you for clarifying. That is all I have to share with you.
All right, how about Ms. Buchwald? Is there anything that you'd like to add or anything you think Mr. Lewis left out?
I believe everything that Mr. Lewis shared was accurate. Regarding your question about the method for notifying the landlord, I would like to add on that text is the only method by which we communicated throughout the lease. So communicating that we had moved out in our return address via text was a logical method. I would also like to tack on that the addendum to the lease, like the last few slides, which was not present in the lease we uploaded, was, I believe, only available to us like in a printed binder after we had moved in. Not part of the lease that we originally signed at move in, and I do not have a PDF copy of the lease extension to verify or not verify that information. Otherwise, everything stated was accurate. Regarding to repairs made to the property during the time they were there was nothing which was relevant to the claims or the damages in question. There were a couple of repairs made. There was like a hard freeze when a pipe burst and the pipe was repaired. And there was an outdoor water hose that was leaking, which was repaired because it was impossible to shut properly to stop it from leaking. But these were both very like standard residential claims. I also don't understand on the opposing side the fact that this is being referred to as a commercial lease when we were living there. But that is all of my comments and questions. I believe that Mr. Lewis did a good job of accurately answering everything to the best of either of our memories.
All right, thank you, Ms. Buchwald. All right, Mr. Hole, would you like to start with, I guess it's kind of all in one here, the counterclaim and the response, but I will let you direct your client as to how you'd like to proceed.
Yeah, I want a few quick questions for Mr. Lewis, so I can get some clarity on his testimony, and I'll bring in my client.
Certainly, Mr. Lewis, Mr. Hull is allowed to ask you some questions. You will get a chance to sort of restate after that. So it doesn't make sense. So you can say it's just answer his questions, and then you get a chance to sort of what's called redirect things. All right, and Ms. Buchwald.
Understood.
Go ahead, Mr. Hull.
You stated that you did receive the itemization of security deposit, the one that lays out that $2,000 was your deposit and $1,000 was withheld, and listed the items that Stacy was claiming was damaged. You received that written itemization of security deposit?
I received that in the mail. That's correct.
Where were you residing when you received that?
I was residing at 1000 Olin Way.
Okay, was Isabel Buchwald residing at that address as well?
That's correct. And we go to college together. That's our university.
Okay. Were y'all going to college when y'all rented the property
That is correct.
at UT?
No, at 1000 Olin Way, Needham, Massachusetts.
When you were renting the property in Austin, Texas, the subject of the lease, were you going to college down here in Austin?
No, sir.
I see. What was the purpose of the rental? Were you here for a job, or?
We were here for an internship. We were going to college beforehand and afterwards, but during the lease we were still students. We were just on internship.
Okay. Was this your first rental, or had you either one of you had rented in the past?
This was our first rental. I mean, I don't want to speak for myself. Yes.
Okay, I'll ask Ms. Buchwald the same question when I'm finished here. Do you remember when you received the written itemization of security deposit?
I can go back and look I know I took the picture of the mail on the same day I received it. I know it was a few days after the 11th of September, 2024, but I'm not sure the exact day.
So you received it sometime in September of 2024?
That would be correct. Sometime in the later September, I believe. Mid to
Okay.
late.
Did you take a picture of the envelope that it came in?
That's right.
And have you submitted that picture of that envelope to the court?
I have.
Okay, could we look at that envelope?
You may. It's in my part B, slide 5, I believe.
Okay.
Is this it?
That's right.
When did the lease end?
The time I included a timeline on slide 3. So yes, move out was August 9th. We provided the forwarding address on the 9th, and then we received this letter on September 11th.
Okay, and you say you moved out on August 9th. Did you pay for the premises for period after August 9th, or was August 9th the last day you could have been there?
The lease ended on August 9th. So
Okay.
we had paid up to August 9th, and we would have been required to vacate on August 9th, which we did.
Okay, and did you receive with this written itemization security deposit, was there a physical check in that with that itemization, the $1,000
right.
check? Okay. And do you remember when you deposited that check?
No.
Would you have held on to the check maybe for a period of time?
I remember I don't think we have I personally do not possess the check anymore. So no, does that answer your question?
Yeah, I understand. The condition of the property that you leased in Austin, did you get a chance, or do you recall if Ms. Buchwald got a chance to look at the property, the condition of the property prior to you entering into the lease?
No, when we moved in on we looked at pictures online, but we never did like a visit beforehand.
Okay,
It's in the video.
okay. Did Ms. Ozan send you a video of the property ahead of time, the conditions, so you could look at it?
I'm not sure exactly what the method was, but we reviewed something virtually, not in person.
Was the location of the property the determining factor, or the condition of the property, or both, or was it something else that made you decide to rent the property?
Well, we were looking for something that was already like furnished because we didn't want to, buy a couch and a bed just for living there. We originally thought we were going to be there even shorter before we extended our lease. And considering the short-term nature, it was a combination of the location in relation to our internship and the being furnished and the price. And it seemed like a good apartment at the time.
Okay. The address on the itemization security deposit, 1,000, I guess that's Olin Way, MB 511, Needham, Massachusetts, 02492. Is that an address that you and or Miss Buchwald left as your forwarding address?
That's correct.
Okay. Is that where you currently reside?
That's not my current mailbox anymore, but 1000 Olin Way, Needham, Massachusetts, 02492 is where I currently reside in college.
Okay. Is that where Miss Buchwald resides, or do you know?
That's
No, that is not where I currently reside. I have moved out from that location as of May of this year.
Okay. Do you reside in Austin? Ms. Buchwald?
At the moment, yes.
Okay. When you moved into the property, the condition of the property was, how would you describe the condition of the property? When I say the condition of the property, not only the property itself, but the furnishings that came with the lease, the couches, the tables, or was everything in good, immaculate, fair? How would you describe the condition of the furnishings?
I mean, I would describe the condition as acceptable and what we expected for the price of the unit.
Did you notice any of the furnishings having any damage on them upon move-in?
No major damage, only minor wear marks, considering like it had been lived in before. Nothing, it was not like brand new furniture. It was obviously used by previous tenants, but nothing obviously broken.
No rips, no tears, no watermarks or things of that nature.
Nothing large and noticeable.
Okay.
The furniture showed clear signs of wear on the order of like scuff marks and scratches.
Okay.
Paint
Discoloration.
was perfect, discoloration, etc. It was in acceptable and usable condition for sure, but it was clear that the furniture had been present in the apartment for like a period of years since it had first been purchased.
Agreed.
It was clearly not new,
That's what I'm
is what
trying
I'm
to say.
trying to say.
Okay, I understand. When you signed the lease, it looks like it's a DocuSign, like a over the internet signing of the lease. Is that how y'all recall signing the lease?
That's right.
Okay. And if you would have signed the welcome to Sunny Sexton corporate rental addendum, you would have, at the time of the lease, you would have also e-signed that. Would that be correct?
I looked through my email to see if I have receipt of ever signing that addendum.
Mhm.
I was emailed the addendum, but I don't see when you DocuSign, I believe it puts your like digital signature on the bottom, and
Okay.
I just don't see my signature on the PDF.
Okay. We can clarify that as we move forward. I have no further questions for either of the plaintiffs, Your Honor. I'd like to now move to my client, the defendant, Stacey Ozan.
All right, just real quick, Mr. Lewis, anything further?
No, Your Honor.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Hull.
All right. Stacey, could you please describe your experience in renting properties in general?
Yes. We're in the same room.
You're gonna need to turn one
I'm
of these off.
muted. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. There's still an echo.
Maybe I should just shut mine down and I'll come over here.
Okay.
I'm gonna get off and just sit by her.
Okay. Much better. So, I've been a realtor for over 25 years in 2 states. I've been, the bulk of my business has been property management, and I manage like 30 rentals, half long-term, the other are short-term / corporate. So corporate is a 30-night minimum stay, same as short-term, all bills paid, fully furnished, fully stocked. And I do all the designing and decorating and multiple properties. I've been on Airbnb. I'm a super host. So my point is, I am very, very careful with withholding security deposits. And I have never in my 25 years have had a grievance, an ethic violation, been taken to small claims court. This is my first time in 25 years of being very seasoned realtor. And one of the things with corporate rentals, and I didn't, the plaintiffs found my property on a website called Furnish Finders, not Airbnb. So I use my Texas Association of Realtor lease, like I do with my long terms. And then there's a corporate addendum for all the terms of it being fully furnished, all bills paid. There is a clause in there that does state if you exceed, for people to be mindful and not careless about wasting electricity or water when they're renting someone else's property. You know, at the same time too, my furnishes are not bought from Walmart. They're not, you know, they're high end. I, you know, take great pride in all my, you know, designing and decorating. And I remember Isabel, you know, only said wonderful things about it. The first situation with the outside patio table, and it was the entire patio furniture was handmade from a furniture artist, and very whimsical and cool, but it's made from reclaimed wood. It's a coffee table. And if you look at our text messages, when I saw that, I took a picture of it, and I have uploaded all the pictures. I don't know if you have them yet. I was having
Mr. Hall,
with,
do you want to ask questions? Because
being able
I'm getting a big narrative and I really want to
Yeah,
focus on
multiple
very specific things.
pictures
So do you
in
want to
different
direct this?
times. I was
Can y'all
like,
hear me?
what is this doing? It's humongous. It's on this
Can y'all
old
hear me?
rustic coffee table.
Miss,
And she
ma'am,
said it was a pop-up tent.
ma'am,
Yeah,
Mr.
we
Hall,
can hear
where did he
you. I
go?
don't know.
Where did Mr. Hall go? Am I frozen?
No, we can hear you. I
Why
think
don't
she
we
just
No,
put her
we can
volume
hear
up.
you. I don't know why she's still.
I don't know
know.
where her lawyer
She's
is.
on mute now.
I know, I
Okay.
muted her. Where is Mr. Hull? He should come to the count. I want to see him.
I'm coming in, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, good, because I didn't
There we go.
understand why we kept talking.
If I
Here-
turn
here's
mine
the
on,
thing.
it gets reverb.
Y'all,
Did
With-
you hear, did y'all hear any of that?
no, because I was asking questions and y'all kept talking. That's why I thought.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry,
would be,
okay.
Right?
I'm just gonna
Mr.
kind of,
Hall, focus
control
on the
this
things
guy.
that you charged
Can-
for. I
can you-
got it. This is a let me see your photos, because the photos they showed me don't affect any kind of damage. So show me your photos. That is the
I
absolute
have
way to prove your
I've
claim.
submitted photos.
Okay. Mr. Hull, are those the photos that were submitted today?
Yes.
Yes,
I'm going to share my screen.
all right.
Is this one of the photos that was submitted?
Yes.
Okay, that's not a photo of anything they were charged for. That's not the
Yeah.
table.
No, but
That's
Let's
the weather of the
let's
patio
just go,
table.
let's just focus on the ones that things were charged for, so.
That's right. So we're going to focus on the actual claim, the reason you were sued for the things that you charged deduction
Right,
for.
right,
Is
right.
this the
Yeah,
outdoor
the
patio
tables.
table? Is this the outdoor patio table?
I'm only still seeing the truck.
I really see this, the pickup picture. I don't know how to get to the other photos.
All right, let's,
See if you can scroll
I
through
don't know
them.
why it's not doing it right. Oh, sorry, y'all. Let me change it for you. Okay, how about this one? I see. Is that the picture of the patio table outside?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, is this the tent? Like a
Yes.
pop-up tent that they put on it?
Yes.
All right, who took that photo?
My husband did.
All right, when was that photo taken?
March 9th, I think.
All right, and then you notified them they needed to move that?
Immediately, yes.
Okay, and they did move it?
Yes, they did.
Did you take any photos of the damage to the table?
Yes, I did.
Mr. Hull, were those included?
Yes.
Yes.
And there's some well, it's very wobbly now, but there's also some
Mr.
inlays. Sorry.
Mr. Hull, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 photos and a bunch of PDFs. Can you pull up the photo on your computer? Because what I see is 2 photos of the truck, that one photo of the table I showed you, a photo of
Go to your photos.
looks like a coat stand with coats on it, and the 2 photos of an outdoor window.
Okay.
None of those show damage to a table or the dining room table or the wood desk by the window.
We're navigating the photos.
Okay.
Get that one.
We're gonna give you limited permission. I'm gonna let you share your screen. I'm just gonna give you the caution that I give everyone. When you share your screen, make
Share your
sure you know
screen,
what you're
okay.
sharing, because it might unintentionally
Okay,
share
go
other
back
things,
to
okay?
having you Go to share screen. Let's see, where's it? Right there. All right. Put that. Okay, share, just click share.
Okay.
Okay, now navigate the photos, or click that. And describe that. Your battery is running on.
Okay, that's the stool.
Get the table
No,
there.
hold on.
You might want to stop sharing until you have the thing you want up, because otherwise I'm
Okay.
looking at your entire desktop, and so is everyone on the internet.
Okay,
That's my point.
I understand you.
I'm always worried that y'all are gonna overshare when you're not meaning to, right?
Are.
That's a whole lot that I'm getting, and people, can screen capture. But you can definitely stop screen sharing until
Yo,
you
stop
find the
screen
thing that
sharing.
you want to show, and then share.
Stop that, click that. Stop sharing, there we go.
Yeah, there you go. I don't want you to share all of your personal information with the internet.
Okay.
Despite us warning them that we're not a court of record, I know for a fact that we're viral on TikTok.
All right. Okay.
The clerks have let me know that their friends send them photos of them from court, which is never what I'm aiming to do here.
Open it,
I don't
open-
wanna- I don't want to open it with,
Well,
wait.
I can go open my email up that you sent me and I download them.
Tell you what, Mr. Hall, why don't we take a 10-minute recess? Let everyone
Okay, we'll
stand
get it
up.
prepared, Your
That'll give
Honor.
y'all a chance to get your things. Y'all, it's technology, it's fun. If we were together, you'd have a little binder and
Right.
it'd be 3 rings. We're solely good, y'all. Let's take a 10-minute recess. It's
Okay.
3:08. Why don't we just come back at 3:20? Everyone
Okay.
can get something to drink, use the restroom, and we'll come back and we'll do it. Okay, court is in recess until 3:20.
All right.
All right, thank y'all.
Kill it, just.
So we're gonna put everyone on mute. Well, Mr. Hall, when we left, we were looking to see defendants' exhibits of or photos that they had of the dining table, either inside or the patio table outside, the wooden desk by the window, or the rattan stool, because those are the items that were included in the itemization. So
Okay. Here we go. The first one, we're going to go to this is well, no, that's the wrong picture. Hold on. That's something else. This is the table. This is the inside table. Stacy, can you tell us when this picture was taken?
That was taken August 2nd, so about a week prior to them moving out. And
well, I'm not able to see the
Oh, I
photo.
know.
I got to share screen. Wait. No, they can't see it. Hold on.
Okay.
I thought I was sharing screen. Hold on. Let me see where I share screen. I thought I was sharing screen.
That's fine.
Share. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Okay,
Can y'all see that now?
Now I can. I see a picture of a table with items on it.
Okay.
right. So
This
the
is
plan,
before the move out.
right, that's August 2nd. And I had to go in and do an AC check with my AC guy.
Sure.
And it was on 68, but if you notice, the plants are just by the window with no tray, or some of them had a butcher
Show
block.
me a photo after they moved out where it's
Right.
damaged.
Right, I'm just showing you how it got damaged though.
Show me the photo with the damage.
Okay,
I'm getting there. Hold on.
That's a whole lot faster.
Is that it right there? Is this it right here?
yeah, that's one.
No,
No, that's the desk.
That's the desk.
Here it is. And I took mainly video and not pictures, so that's kind of one of my,
You're with your screen share, you can show me the video.
okay, cool, it's coming.
You email it to me?
Mhm.
There, is that it?
Well, that was another one before, but,
What is this a photo of?
This is the table.
That was just another time that I entered, and it's just, there's placemats, but notice dirty food is not on my
Okay,
placemat, so.
but that doesn't matter.
Right.
We need the
Photo
damage
after
table.
move out of the damage. Without it,
Right.
we're moving along,
Got it.
y'all. We've got
Okay,
photo of
here,
damage
this is the
itself.
dam,
That's
this is
not the
the little,
table.
this is the, let's wait for me to get, this is the little thing underneath
The stool.
the stool. It has a tick mark in it. And there's another piece of damage that came with that. And I think it's this right here. This
The rattan on the side
was torn and it wasn't there before, correct?
correct.
Okay. That's the little thing underneath.
All right, well, hold on, Mr. Holt. So this is a picture of the stool that's rattan and leather.
Right. And that
So
right there is the tick mark and there's
Okay.
damage right here.
When was that stool purchased?
I want to say it was purchased in 2020.
How much did you pay for it?
I paid, I think, 75 for it.
Okay. That's the rattan stool. How about the dining table or the outdoor table?
Okay.
I sent you a picture of the
Okay.
table.
That,
Yeah.
okay, go ahead and describe that.
So this is part of the patio table, and the butterfly, there's a butterfly, there's a dragonfly, a gecko, little whimsical
Yeah, I saw that on the
inlay,
plaintiff's
and that's
photos.
all been cracked because of the weight of that 150-pound tent that they put on top of it.
Yeah, when is this photo taken?
That photo was taken August 9th after they moved out.
Okay, and is that the only photo you have?
No,
Let me see a bigger photo, because that doesn't show me a whole lot of it, except it's an old photo.
I
I mean,
emailed
that's an
them
old
to you.
table.
Mhm.
Right. Well, it's made with reclaimed wood, actually. So
Right.
it wasn't that old. It wasn't an old table. It was just made with reclaimed wood.
When was the table purchased?
That one was purchased, I think, in 2022.
And how much did you pay for it?
I paid 200 for that. And the artist is dead. He passed away last year, so I can't even get any, but the entire patio was furnished with his furniture.
Just so I'm clear, Mr. Hull, right now the testimony is that the leather stool was $75 and she charged him 200 for it. So that's not damage, that's full replacement plus some.
Right.
Patio table,
Describe why you charge 200 for the stool.
No,
because
the desk and the stool were together.
we haven't got to the desk.
That was just the stool was.
all right, let me see. I see an outdoor picture of the dining table.
Hold on. She just sent me some more pictures on this. Okay, here we go. I'm going to share the screen for this one. Describe this picture, Stacy.
When was the photo taken?
August 2nd.
So before they moved out.
Yes, and that's where the other
Oh,
water
that's
damage came
afterward.
from because the plants didn't have any
I
trays
see
underneath
that.
it.
Show me a photo afterward with damage.
I am.
Right there.
Right there. And if you can see right in that dark spot, right where the window is, part of the wood buckled up because of the water damage. And you can see that it's discolored. It's black versus the lighter brown.
Kind of looks like it's in shade.
No,
Right, so
right,
it's
right,
the whole way
right
it looks like
there.
there's a shadow on it.
No, that is damage. It's not, it's, if you can see, there's, the veins and the knots in the wood. That's not,
All right. When did you
It's-
purchase that item?
I think 2022.
And how much did you pay for it?
I paid like 150 or 125.
Was it new or used?
It was used, and I buy all very nice high-end used furniture.
Fantastic. It's good
Yes.
to upcycle things. All right, so
Right.
that's the inside. Is that the best photo you have of damage to that?
I have a video.
Let's
I'm
see that.
trying to-
Maybe that'll actually show me something, because right now, 50-50, y'all.
Yeah, I know. Let me see here.
Here's a video. Did you get that video?
I don't know what that is. What's that?
When was
Oh.
the video created?
August 9th, the day they moved out. It won't.
I don't know if I can show the video, but if you can play the video on your phone and show it on the camera, I don't know if that will work or not.
Will that work? Your
Maybe,
Honor?
I don't know.
No, it's gonna have to come through the share that way.
Okay, can you see that picture?
I can.
Okay, describe that, Stacy. Where's the damage on this?
So again, the dragonfly, the butterfly got crushed.
Cracked?
Yes.
Describe that picture.
That's the same
Okay.
butterfly, which
Damage.
was in the middle, just cracked and crushed. The inlays. Let me see. I texted you more.
Okay. Texted
I
me?
mean, emailed, sorry. More pics, go right there.
Okay.
Right there.
Okay, describe this picture.
So that's just the outside patio with all the reclaimed
But you're really,
furniture. There's, yeah, that was
Can you-
just to
can
give
you
you
see-
an
When was
overview.
that photo taken?
August 9th,
This is of the property after the day they moved out.
correct.
and describe on this table where the damage was.
So all the inlays were smushed and crushed, and the table is very, very wobbly.
When you say the inlays, is that an inlay?
Yes, yeah.
Is-
The
is that it?
dragonfly.
Is that an inlay?
Mhm,
And is
That's
this, an-
wrong.
is that an inlay?
Yes,
And all of those were cracked and smushed?
yes.
Okay.
Do you have any photos from before they moved in of those inlays?
I mean, I have photos of the
What
the
is this?
inside.
Is this the same
No,
table?
no, of this table, before, like between the tenants, because you said you've been doing this for 2 decades. So did you have any photos of before they moved in to know the condition? Because no one did an inventory form, and I'm seeing a photo after the fact, but I know that the table was made of reclaimed wood. So I don't know the state it was in before.
I can definitely look for some.
Where's the video that you said that you sent? We've seen all
How about any
these.
photos of the inside table? While we're thinking about the outside, how about the inside table? So I've seen the desk by the window. I've seen the rattan and leather stool. I've seen the outdoor patio.
Okay,
table.
what's this?
I haven't
What's
seen
this,
the
Stacy?
Interior table.
Yeah, that's the dining table
This is the dining room table with the water damage
and scratches.
and scratches.
Can you zoom out, or is it possible to show me the whole photo at once as opposed to, because what I'm doing is getting the,
Let me see if I don't know how I can do this here. Hold on here. See if I can go to a Word document. Drop it in there.
I can take pictures of the video.
Okay, I don't know if I can.
Here, I'm sending you some more pictures of.
Okay, so this is the dining room. table.
Well, I have more pictures. I have a video, but for some reason I'm not getting it to
Well,
them.
see if you can get that video to go
I'm
and then put the
trying.
video up to the
the
camera.
photo itself does not show the entire table. It's just a close-up of certain sections.
Right,
Okay. All right.
play the video if you can.
What year was this, the dining room table that I'm looking at in the photo? When was that table purchased?
2022 as well.
And was it?
That was
new-
when I got it all set up for a corporate rental.
Okay, was it new or used when you purchased it?
I got it at World Market. It was not.
Was
new.
it new or not new? Or
No.
Not new.
So it was used at the time you bought it. And what'd you pay for it?
No, it was not. It was $600.
Oh, it was new?
Yes.
Okay, it was new. I'm sorry. It was
at
new, Your
World
Honor.
Market.
$600 is what you paid for it?
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Well, here, if you can play that video. Is that
It's
after?
not- It won't send to you for some
I
reason.
know, but play it in
Mr.
front of them.
Lewis,
Okay,
any objection to the first photo being a picture of the rattan stool in leather? That picture appeared to be correct. Was that the stool that y'all had in the house?
That is the stool we have in the house, Your Honor.
All right, when you got the stool, did it already have that cut in the leather on the top?
We never used the stool, Your
Mr.
Honor.
That's not the question I asked, Mr. Lewis.
Yeah,
At the
sorry.
time you took possession, was the leather damaged already or not?
I don't believe the top was damaged.
That's not a yes or no.
Right.
That's a I don't remember. So do you know or not, Mr. Lewis?
I don't remember, Your Honor.
Okay, how about Ms. Buchwald? Do you know if the leather was already damaged when you took possession?
I do not remember.
Okay, so we don't know.
I
We don't
have
paper for that
a
one. Okay,
vague recollection of the loose straw on the side, but very vague.
I
okay.
remember the loose straw on the side, but I don't remember the condition of the top of the rattan.
All right, and how about the dining room table outside, the patio table that y'all set the tent on?
It was like that when we moved in, I'm sure of it.
Do you know if you crushed the inlays, those three pieces, the characters in the center?
I don't think I did.
I recall the table showing clear signs of wear from being exposed to the elements outside in the tune of plastic inlays peeling up from UV exposure.
It appears to be designed to have the distressed look to it.
You know, I know it's distressed, y'all. It's a used table that was made out of reclaimed wood. I'm asking if the inlay got crushed, like when you set it down, was the inlay good? And when you moved your tent off, did you look at it? Did you
Yes.
harm it in some way?
Yes. I
Did-
recall the
yes,
inlay
harm it in some
peeling
way?
up before and after placing an item on it.
And Ms. Buchwald, do you recall if when you removed the tent, it had caused some damage to those little inlays?
I recall very carefully inspecting the table after removing it and seeing damage which had been there previously.
So your testimony is that it was pre-damaged. You didn't cause it.
Correct. The damage did not look as though it could have been caused by scraping. The damage looked as though it was from exposure to sun and weather.
All right. How about the desk by the window? Did you keep your plants on it without a saucer underneath them when you watered them? Mr. Lewis?
I don't think we actually
Photo.
watered them.
Were those y'all's plants?
That was our plant. We didn't.
All right. Did you cause any water damage?
No.
Ms. Buchwald, do you recall if you caused any damage to that desk by the window by keeping your plants on it?
I do not recall causing any damage.
All right. How about the dining room table? I see scratches on it. Were they like that when you got there?
I think the surface of the dining hall, again, this was like more than a year ago, but I don't recall any like major scratches on the dining room table. I think it didn't appear new when we moved in,
Yeah.
but
well,
it also, yeah,
I mean,
it was
that's clear. Everything was several years old by the time y'all moved in.
right.
Okay. All right, Mr. Hall, any other photos or evidence?
No, that's the photos and evidence in support of the damages claimed on the notification. Now, I will ask my client. The counterclaim, describe the $1,227 of additional damage set forth in the counterclaim. What additional damage did you find once you sent them the letter in September of 2024?
And hold on, let me get my notes. There was, due to them washing their cars a lot, the outside spigot started to leak, and Isabel mentioned, me getting a plumber out there. I had to get a plumber out there twice. And I have in my text messages reminding them to remember to turn off the water from the spigot, not just the spray hose, because that kept the water running and it kept spraying, and the spigot is right underneath the kitchen window next to the dining room table. So water leaked. I didn't notice this till after, like mid-September, after I'd already sent them the security deposit, because I was getting ready for my next guest to check in October 1st. It had been vacant from August 9th, all through September. And there was a lot of buckling right underneath the window from the water faucet leaking. And I had told them countless times, when you wash your truck, turn off the water, turn off the spigot. And, anyway, so that's an extra expense that I was not expecting. Also, I noticed they had attached in the kitchen on the refrigerator, a big heavy spice rack.
Is that a picture of the
Yes.
spice rack?
Yeah,
And when was this picture taken?
August 9th. I mean, no, so August 2nd.
Okay, and that was not, that rack right there?
That is not my rack. That was their rack. They installed it. And when they took it off, it scratched and peeled off some of the paint on the refrigerator.
Do we have a, and we have a picture of that?
Yes, right there.
Is this the picture of the
Yes.
refrigerator with the scrapes?
Correct.
And is that the same side where the spice rack
Yes.
was? Okay.
In addition, probably a month or two from them moving in, I have a old antique Italian solid stone water fountain. And on side B, this is a duplex, so they're in side A. Side B is where I have the fountain extension plugged in so the water can run. And I texted her, I'm like, what happened? Why is my fountain unplugged? She's like, well, I unplugged it and I pulled my truck up in a parking spot where she's not supposed to park and unplugged it to wash or do something with her car. It has never worked. It still doesn't work to this day. And I got a quote from a repair guy that it's gonna cost, $350 to redo it. We tried, time and time again to try to get it to work. I don't know if it's a coincidence or what, but she unplugged it. She didn't plug it back in. She didn't, it wasn't even her side to be messing around over there. And my fountain, which was over $1,000, is now not just a piece of art.
Is this this
Yeah.
picture here? This is a picture of what?
That's the picture of the flooring right underneath the window where it's buckled. And now that flooring, we can't get at Lowe's anymore. And it's about a 5x5 area. So we're going to have to replace the entire flooring.
And what's the cost on the
The
entire?
cost on that is about $1,500.
Okay.
Just to repair that place, that area is like $500, but they don't have the same wood. So I can't, it's in the kitchen. So I can't have a different color.
When was this picture taken?
That picture was taken in towards the end of September when I was getting things ready for my next guest to check in October 1st.
So of all the pictures we've looked at, the outside table, the inside dining room table, the inside table and with the little footstool underneath, all of those pictures were taken either in August or September of 2024.
Yes.
And no one else had access to the house other than the plaintiffs.
And the cleaning lady, but
Okay.
she did go there.
With respect to the itemized list and the check, did you mail that on September 2nd to the,
Yes.
okay. Is the check dated September 2nd?
Yes.
Okay, and you put the check in the mail with the itemized list on the very same day?
I dropped it at my PO box it's a UPS PO box, so I just dropped it there.
What do you mean you dropped it?
I dropped it there for their outgoing mail. I didn't have my mail carrier at my residence pick it up and take it. I usually drop off all my mail at the UPS where I have my PO box.
There's a mail slot for outgoing mail,
Yes.
and you placed it in that mail
Correct.
slot on September 2nd?
Yes.
Okay. I had no further questions, Your Honor.
Mr. Lewis, do you have any questions for the defendant?
I was just wondering if you had any pictures from before we moved in of any of the items inside, any of the items from the deduction list.
Can you repeat that?
I was wondering if you had any documentation or pictures of the items from before we moved in to compare between.
I do. I have videos and pictures. Yeah, I always take a video right before anyone moves in, checks in, and I take inventory and count towels and whatnot.
Did you send them did you send them a video before they moved in of the inside of the?
No. No,
Okay.
I just do that from my own records and I have it timestamped from the video, but for some reason I can't. I'm trying to email it to Mr. Hall, but I cannot. But I can keep trying. But the
Lewis, what other questions do you have for the defendant? So she says that she does have video and photos, but she's not able to produce them for us. What other questions?
Isabel, do you have a question? Any questions?
I have no questions at this time about the information that was presented.
Okay, and I believe we have no further questions, Judge.
I have a question or two. When was the property purchased?
in 2017,
And what had happened between 2017 and 2020? How was the property used?
it was used as a short-term rental, and then when COVID hit is when I switched all of my properties, all of my short-term rentals, which is a minimum 2-night stay,
Okay.
to a corporate.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to know if y'all had been, if you had personally used it or you had rented it. So you were renting it as a business ongoing thing, and then you said you bought all the furniture that you're currently suing over in 2021, 2022, around there?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, we totally remodeled the property and furnished it for short-term rental. Then now it's a corporate rental, and it still is running as a corporate.
All right. Anything further, Mr. Holt?
No, Your Honor, I have nothing further. Other than I do know that I think this is Charlie Sexton's old property.
Yeah, it is.
For what that's worth. If anybody knows Charlie Sexton. That's it.
True.
That's it, Your Honor.
That's hence the name, the Sunny Sexton. They're all named. But I, and just, I would like to add that, one of the things that, as a realtor and a mother of 2 children that are in their 30s, I always try to give young adults with no rental history a break, because sometimes they don't get accepted as a tenant. And on my short-term rentals, I have a minimum must be 25 years or older. On my corporates, it's at my discretion. And talking to Isabel, I thought she sounded responsible and they would take care of the property.
I appreciate that. I want to go ahead and rule, y'all. We have a lot of cases to get through.
Okay.
Okay. On plaintiff's claim, I find that you are entitled to receive back some portion of your security deposit. You gave proper notice. You moved out in a timely fashion. I don't see that there was any photo damage of indicating excessive wear or tear beyond that, which would have been ordinarily expected of it. Of the things you were charged for, you were charged 4 items: a dining room table, a wood desk, and a leather stool, which they combined into one case of $200 and $200 for the patio table. For the testimony from the defendant today, the table when new was $600. So you don't get full replacement cost ever, because the table's still functioning. At best, it was scratched, and I don't see any evidence that was beyond ordinary wear and tear. For the desk by the window, I do see some evidence that there was water damage to it, albeit the desk was used and albeit it is not incapable. In fact, it is still present in the premises being used now. So I would give her some money on that, but not the entire amount. I give 100 for that. For the patio table, kind of in a similar situation. I can see again that the table was used because it was reclaimed wood. And certainly it sits outside, it's going to have some weathering to it. But what I'm hearing is that the damage occurred when it was smushed on that inlay part, not that the table is completely unusable again. For that reason, I give you some damage, but you don't get to replace the table because at best you paid 125. What was it for the table? 200 for the table, right? So you can't get full replacement for that. I give you 100 on that, which means it's judgment for the plaintiff on their claim of $800. For defendant's counterclaim, I don't find that you provided any evidence indicating damage beyond ordinary wear and tear, or that you did not have access to the information prior to submitting their itemization. I don't find that you itemized in bad faith, and I don't find that it was delayed. I would remind plaintiffs that you should read your lease, because never assume that text message is a valid way of communicating in Texas. In fact, if defendant had been sticky, you did not really give them a move out notice. Always stamp and mail that stuff. Judgment for the plaintiff, $800. Defendant takes nothing on the counterclaim. Y'all have a good day. All parties are excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.